It would have to be our second game from our West Palm Beach trip because I'm from West Palm. It was my first weekend on a college hockey team.
It was definitely the first game in Savannah against Georgia Tech.
Favorite game had to be when we beat Georgia Tech in Savannah.
Favorite rink, I have to say the rink in Savannah. The atmosphere and the fans. It's a great town.
I would definitely say Savannah, and that's just because of the atmosphere that the crowd made for the players. I mean, we're just a college team, and they made us feel like we were like professionals.
They built the rink just for that tournament for us, and for all those people to come and watch us play that weekend was just unreal.
Probably Bobby Stout. You know, he's always talking a lot, but usually doesn't make too much sense.
I'd have to say is Drew McFarlane. When he trash talks, he's more funny than he is mean.
Worst trash talker. It's either between me or Brandon Barrera.
Gotta be Brandon Barrera.
Brandon Barrera, his timing is very poor.
He just doesn't know when to shut up sometimes.
Myself, Michael Crespo.
The best two touches is myself. Hands down.
Hands down, to me.
They all think they're the best two-touch player, and I don't think any of them are particularly good.
Best town, I'd say, would have to be UGA. After our games, we kind of went out and saw their nightlife, went to a few restaurants, and it was just cool kind of seeing like the atmosphere from a different college.
Probably Savannah again, just because it's like an older town. I've never been there before.
Definitely Savannah. They had our posters for the tournament all over the town, and we got to visit the first 2 nights. So it was a lot of fun being there, seeing all the restaurants and people there.
Definitely Athens, Georgia. Athens was a lot of fun. Had a lot of nightlife, a lot of good places to eat.
One of the most intense games was definitely against Alabama, the second game where we lost by 1.
By far the UF game. Like I said, we were in the championship, and UF and FSU just had such a great rivalry.
Definitely the UF game. You know, everyone was up for that.
I'm between the UF game, the second game of Savannah, and the Alabama game. I think I'm going to go with the second Alabama game because we really had something to prove, and we came back from the day before and played really hard.
That would have to be Chris Brown, Brownie. Takes up way too much of the bed sometimes.
Definitely Matt McHugh.
Matt McHugh, he just keeps you up all night by talking to you.
He takes about an hour to do absolutely anything.
Worst roommate is my roommate that I've lived with for the past 2 years, and that's Austin Oman.
Austin Oman.
He's a snorer. He tries to steal all your pillows.
He's a great guy, but sometimes I wake up and there he is, laying right next to me.
That's kind of a tie. I have to say it's between Austin and Drew, and that's just because these two kids, we actually had to put them in a room together because they snore so loud. You really just can't get any sleep.
Our goalie, Michael Crespo, he's always listening to his music, his eyes are closed, he looks like he's sleeping and he's always isolated himself from everyone else.
I'd say Chris Brown, Brownie. He waits till about 2 minutes before the game starts to decide to get ready.
Chris Brown doesn't get dressed till 5 minutes before warm-ups.
It's Chris Brown, and that's just because he literally procrastinates and waits until the Zamboni is getting off the ice before he decides to get changed. The best part about playing at Florida State is definitely the brotherhood.
The road trips, just being with the team for the entire weekend.
At the end of the day, we all just give it our all and just have a great time doing it.